What's going on, guys? I figured I'd do a little follow-up video on MU, ticker symbol, obviously MU, Micron Technology. Um, so we're coming off the back of earnings yesterday. They did run it up after hours. Very, very good move. If you guys were trading equities going into earnings, I hope you guys took a little bit of profits on that run up. Even in the pre-market, they were also running the stock up a little bit. You can see here on this wick, we actually did come into a price of $86.29, and we did close at $79. So we did take a little bit of a spill, a little bit of a tumble. One thing that I do want to make clear, the overall markets in general, especially in the NASDAQ 100 and a lot of these stocks, they are running on 8, 9, 10, 11 days running. I mean, take a look at something like Apple. It's on its 11th or 12th day green in a row. A lot of these stocks came off a bottom channel. A lot of these stocks reclaimed a lot of supply, and things are starting to rest, right? Triple Qs did get rejected, or they reclaimed the 200-day moving average yesterday. Today they lost it. So it's a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a struggle going on, from the bull and the bear, kind of battleground zone. So I would expect maybe the next 2, 3, 4 days to go into a little bit of a distribution cycle. If you're not too familiar with with what a distribution cycle is in a market environment like this, join my Discord down below. We can chop it up about what all that kind of lingo means. But I could see us going into a little bit of a distribution cycle, maybe consolidating for a few days, maybe even a week, as the bulls and the bears kind of battle it out. So if you did buy this stock or bought some options yesterday, you're probably feeling a little bit of pain if you didn't sell on the run up, sell into pre-market, depending on if you're trading equities or options. But with that being taken into account, it's a pretty nasty candle with what's going on here. A couple of other things that I do want to point out. There was some price upgrades in some stocks today that were sold off. So anytime that we are in a bull market and you get a stock that gets a price upgrade, or you have a stock that has good earnings, normally, you can anticipate that the stock is going to move higher. But when the stock doesn't move higher off the back of good news and or some sort of upgrade, and they sell into that news, can start to give you a little bit of warning signal that maybe the market is going to go into a little bit of consolidation. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of pullback as some investors kind of pull their money off the table. So one thing that I do want to point out here on today's close is that MU did lose the 50-day moving average, which holding that would have been extremely bullish. Now I want to point out here that we got rejected at the Bollinger Band supply here. We also did have supply at the linear regression top of the channel, which is $89.48. So you can kind of correlate as to why we got rejected in this zone, right? This is also taking us back to the beginning of March, where we had this nasty red candle here. So there's a lot of price action and supply in this area. So as we lost this 50-day moving average, we pretty much just steamrolled through the linear regression, the 20-day, the 5-day, and we kind of just are sitting here down at this I think it's the 10-day, yes, the 10-day simple moving average. So we're kind of just sitting here. These Bollinger Bands are starting to contract a little bit. Anytime the Bollinger Bands start coming in, I would expect for a tighter move, meaning that I would expect for more of this kind of action going rather than this action, or rather than this action, okay? And as these Bollinger Bands start to contract, one thing that we do need to keep our eyes on is if we start to lose $78, we have a floor down here right around 75. Now, the absolute level that needs to hold for me from the bull case, right? From the bull standpoint, is $73. We need to hold this channel. There is a gap to be filled, and that gap is from 73 to $76. Let's just call it somewhere in there. You can see we had this gap up and we have a lot of sideways consolidation. I mean, we haven't really came back down to the $73 mark to kind of back test that, fill that gap. If we do back test in here, there would be a little bit of a short position below 78. Obviously, you want to clean up that position right around 75. And if you want to hold a runner to try to squeeze that last bit of water out of that rock, you have room into 73. Now to the long side, we're going to have to do some more work getting back out of this supply zone here and getting back over 86. Over 86 takes us a clear shot to 90, and over 90 takes us all the way back to 94. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're trading these stocks, You know, whether you're trading options or equities or this, that, and the other. Just kind of keep a look on the daily chart, see where we're at, and then kind of correlate that with intraday levels using the hourly, the 30 or the 5 minute chart, depending on if you're a scalper or more so of a day trader. Maybe you're a swing trader, you're not going to really want to be, if you're a swing trader, you're not really going to want to be looking at the 5 minute time frame. Maybe you want to look at the hourly if you're like a overnight swinger, or you're like a, you know, week by week swinger. Maybe the weekly chart for your guidelines, followed by the daily, followed by the 4 hour, followed by the 1 hour. I know that's a lot of information. Maybe it went over some of your guys' heads, but if you guys are looking to get more information, maybe you guys want to trade with me each and every single day live. I'm a full-time options day trader and scalper. Definitely join the Discord. That link is down in the description box below, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up on this video, guys. It would truly help out my channel, get out to more people. I would highly appreciate that, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.